Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to the Infinite Knowledge is Power show. I'm going person to person with you. I want to talk to you about some things, about love, about getting our power, about understanding who we really are, that we're friends here. We're all in this together. And I think that it's time that we allow more knowledge, more truth. That's the infinite way. Love keeps coming. Knowledge keeps coming. Giving keeps coming. The cup gets full. The cup gets runneth over. And that's why we are together here today. Welcome. Welcome to my little short show today. My name is Michael Alpough. Some people know me as Comet. Some know me as Phoenix Diamond, but you can call me Michael or you can call me Comet. I answer by both names. So today is very exciting. We live in exciting times, very exciting times. Now, here, just to let you know, my number one rule that I live by is I choose love over money. If you allow yourself to choose love over money, you will see a transformation that you've never felt before. Because remember, the rule that's been given to us is that we're not special. Otherwise, this world would be a better place, don't you think? If the people were special, then we would be treated special. Instead, we have to learn how to treat ourselves. So, again, in saying that, I always start with the magic mirror. And if you don't have your mirror, or go into the bathroom and just say it. I love you, Michael. Thank you for loving me. I love you, Michael. There's no one I love more than you. When I know how to love Michael, you, I can love others. I love you, Michael. I love you, Michael. And I love you. I'm always going to be sitting here pretending that I'm only talking to one person. We're person to person. And in our Infinite Knowledge is Power, person to person segment, is very important that you know that I care about the individual person. My whole life has been involved around working with individuals as opposed to working with a group. The message that I have is more than likely for the few. So one of the things I wanted to continue my follow-up here, I'll go a little bit later here, is about the superior mediocrity that has been placed upon us. But first, I still want to continue on about my love for myself, but also my love for you. Now, don't be fooled by these people that tell you, oh, you choose love, and that makes you weak. Love doesn't make you weak. Love makes you strong. To not love makes you weak, because then any rhyme or reason can be swayed to you because you're not solidified in your own love. Now, I just want you to know I wore a suit. Some of the knowledge that I'm going to give to you, most people don't want to hear things like that because most everyone of authority that you see out there, what are they wearing? A suit. You see, image is everything. Perhaps you'll believe me just a tad more if I just happen to be dressed in something that's a little bit more proper and whatever it takes to allow you to understand that love in a t-shirt or a suit still is the most important thing. So now what is love again? Love is a frequency. Love is a frequency. If it's not a frequency, then it's artificial. Now, again, we can make artificial frequencies, right? Here is one of my little devices that I actually sell, and it's a pulse pad. It puts out a frequency. Now, I put out a natural frequency of love. This puts out an artificial frequency of the earth. But science has told us that the earth's frequency, even when imitated, works on the body. And that's why these type of devices are very important. This is a portable one. And you basically wear it in your car or when you're at home, and it runs on batteries, and it puts out the earth's frequency. That's simple. The earth's frequency, which we all have to live in. Now, why are these kind of things around and you have different pads that we use? Is because you're on cement all day. You're above ground. Most people live up in apartments. You don't walk in the park every day. If you did, you'd always feel a lot healthier. Okay? Get out there, get you some vitamin D, and allow the earth's natural frequency. So, here's a question. Is it the question, or do I have a question? You see, do you have a question that can free you? Now, we all have questions, but now, do we have a question that we know can hit the mark on really what's going on? Now, for some of you out there, it's the question has you knocked over because we don't even know the proper question to ask. And what is the question? The question today is, why are we in a state of superior mediocrity? Now, you have to go back, and you're going to have to look at something what we call history. Now, there's two kinds of histories written. There's the history of the victor, and then there's the actual truth. If you're the victor, you pretty much can write it any way you want. And the ones who are the victors have been writing it the way they want for a long time. I'll give you an example. As we all know, what's going on with the in the Dakotas, the pipeline that's going down, and everybody that is going to the pipeline. And I really bless those people who are making a change here, making an effort as a nation to stop this. Now, unfortunately, the odds of it being stopped are pretty much nil. Now you say, oh, Michael, that's very negative. And, you know, here I am in my suit going to tell you that this effort is probably going to go in vain. And that's the sad part of what we live in. One of the things that we must understand is that we live in an environment of control. Most people, and I'm asking you, do you believe in fate? Most people will say, no, I would prefer to be in control. Well, okay, so what is control? Now, when you're going to talk about superior mediocrity, the question is to you, are you a U.S. citizen? Well, yes, I'm a U.S. citizen. That's what I consider myself, a U.S. citizen. But the ones who make the rules consider me, as well as you, not a citizen, but a consumer. This term came all the way back in the early 70s, that it was switched over from citizens to consumers. Now, you are considered a consumer more than you are considered a citizen. Now, one of the things that happened, you go back just history a little bit, at 9/11. I'm not going to get off into whether or not 9/11 didn't happen or it was rigged or whatever. Of course it was rigged. We're not talking about that. That's not the issue. The issue is that the damage was done, and what was the first thing that was said by our government? Go out and consume. Get out, go shopping. Treat everything like it's normal. You see, when you spend money, you feel good. And who gets to make all the money? Well, certainly not you or me. So we are known as consumers, not citizens. You're more known by your credit score than you are your sovereignty as a citizen. Your identification comes with the things that you basically have consumed or you think you own. Now, most of us, who owns the credit cards? Who owns your house? Who owns your car? Guess? It's not Donald Trump. It's not Obama. It's the banks. The banks own everything. What does Obama and Trump and Hillary Clinton, what did they all need in order to become what they became? President or Secretary of State or whatever. You know, she lost, but doesn't matter. What does everyone need in order to succeed? Money. Who makes the money? The banks. Who runs everything? The banks. When you look at this election, it's always who is going to make the money. Now, President-elect Trump, as well as Obama, as well as Bush, etc., war is extremely, no, it's not sad. No. It's not about bombs. It's not about you losing your loved ones. It's that it's very profitable. If you go and you look in just a little history, you'll see the banks finance both sides. Why? Because it's profitable. You and I have been created for profit. So, have we created a matrix? Are we in a matrix? Yes, we probably are. Some type of matrix that's been created. I mean, if you could write the script yourself, would you write it differently? Would there be as much war? Right? Probably not. Because it's our loved ones who keep getting killed. My wife is just retiring from 20 years in the military. And she did 3 combat tours. So she could have been killed 3 times and watched people die. But again, it's about being for profit. So everyone who's, and where you're left with superior mediocrity. Meaning whoever we elect, whoever side you're on, you're always going to be disappointed. There's never enough that's done, and we're always left with that. But remember though, you're still superior. It's just that you live in mediocrity. Meanwhile, the ones who are actually running it, they're never affected by anything every day. None of these things have any effect on them except the bank account. How much money are you going to make? So whoever was more profitable was going to be more than likely the person that was elected. And one of the things that President-elect Trump stated that he loved war. Well, you know, the last president did too, because it is profitable to the banks. So whether or not you took the blue pill or the red pill, you still end up in superior mediocrity. You see, and here's how we pretty much look now. If you want to know what we look like we're half human, and we look like we're half artificial intelligence. All of us live, we can't be without computers, you see? And now we're going to be getting chips. The world has turned to artificial intelligence. In the Matrix, if you saw the movie, they said there's 250,000 sentinels that's coming to kill 250,000. That's one sentinel for every person. You see, before it's all said and done, there'll be as many robots as there are people out there. It's already happening because it's profitable. It's more profitable to have a robot work the McDonald's counter down the road. You'll see it. It's all coming. You're going to have robots making your burgers, and because of the wage. Why would they pay somebody $15 an hour when for $10,000 one time you buy a robot who can do anything that a human being, and all we're going to be doing is laughing about it, and at the same time living in a state of superior mediocrity, meaning we're coming to the new age. Well, the new age is to replace us, ladies and gentlemen. So what we decided to do is we're going to take love, because money is already ruling. It has been for a long time. I'm not here to make things negative for you. I'm here to open up your mind, Neo, to let you see the surroundings that you think you're in is much deeper. So let me take you down the rabbit hole. If you're ready to go, please listen to me tomorrow as we continue on this process on how to love ourselves enough to overcome everything, the surroundings that we have to deal with. Okay? So until that next time, which will be tomorrow, I am always going to be here as best I can. I want to be here every day, Monday through Friday. Sometimes it's difficult because I have to make a living. And for most of us, it's very difficult to want to share these type of experiences. And at the same time, this is never going to make the media. This is going to find the people who it's supposed to find. And if you do hear my message, please pass it on to somebody. One person at a time. I know this message is for the few, but always remember, I still love you. So until next time, may you be loved within, and may you find love always around you.